Coming up next on your spoiler-free wrestling news rundown, Tama Tonga is teasing walking through the forbidden door. Bryan Danielson has been announced for the ROH Hall of Fame, and Nia Jax says some family members did not have her back. I'm Gentleman Ian, and this is Spoiler-Free Wrestling. At Spoiler Free Wrestling, our goal is to give you all the wrestling news you want, but with none of the spoilers. We'll be going through all of the news making headlines in the world of professional wrestling today, but we will omit any information which could potentially spoil future shows for you. If you appreciate this type of wrestling coverage, please subscribe, click the like button, and share this video with anyone who you think would appreciate it. Tama Tonga has sent a message to Tony Khan on Twitter recently. He appears to be angling to be Khan's surprise new signing announced for Dynamite. AEW announced after Rampage last Friday that a new signing will take on Isaiah Cassidy on Dynamite this week in a Face of the Revolution ladder match qualifier. So Tonga's tweet is up on your screen now. He just says, "Hey Tony Khan, wanna burn bridges? I love burning bridges." Tonga also tweeted saying that he's been a free agent since his New Japan Pro Wrestling contract ran out on January 30th. But he also included the hashtag misinformation along with that tweet, so his contractual status is really not clear at this moment. Tonga last wrestled for New Japan on the World Tag League Tour in December, but he did not take part in the Wrestle Kingdom events on January 4th, 5th, or the 8th. Tonga has been wrestling in Impact Wrestling as of late, having taken part in their Florida tapings last month. He's scheduled to be at the No Surrender pay-per-view in New Orleans on February 19th, and the tapings that Impact will hold in the days that follow. Tonga and Tongaloa will face the Good Brothers for the Impact World Tag Team Championships at No Surrender. Ring of Honor has announced that Bryan Danielson will be inducted into the company's newly announced Hall of Fame. The Briscoes were announced as the first inductees last week. Ring of Honor wrote on their website, "Ring of Honor is proud to welcome Bryan Danielson, the embodiment of fighting spirit and technical wrestling excellence, into the inaugural class of the ROH Hall of Fame. The American Dragon played a major role in establishing ROH as the best wrestling on the planet, beginning with his performance in the main event on ROH's debut show, The Era of Honor Begins, in 2002. Danielson is a former one-time ROH World Champion, one-time ROH Pure Champion, and he won the Survival of the Fittest tournament in 2004. Ring of Honor continued, "A career retrospective on Danielson will be featured on this weekend's episode of Ring of Honor Wrestling Television, and a YouTube special on Danielson drops Monday, February 14th at 9 a.m. on ROH's YouTube channel. A special Hall of Fame episode of Ring of Honor Wrestling featuring all the inductees airs on TV the weekend of March 5th. Impact Wrestling has officially signed Laredo Kid. He has been taking part in Impact Wrestling tapings since last August. He had also wrestled a few matches with Impact Wrestling back in 2019, a few in 2018, and a few in 2017 as well. During a recent interview, Laredo confirmed he has signed with the company and plans to chase the X Division Championship. Here is what he said on that podcast. "When I see all the crazy moves they do, I try to do the same, and training more to be there one day. And when I had the opportunity to sign with Impact, it's great, Right now, it's a dream to have this opportunity. Then I'm going to find the X Division belt." So coming up for Impact Wrestling, they have their No Surrender show on February 19th, where Mickie James will defend the Knockouts Championship against Tasha Steelz. Moose will defend the Impact World Championship against W. Morrissey. The Good Brothers will defend their Impact Tag Team Championships against the Guerrillas of Destiny, as previously mentioned. Team Impact will take on Honor No More, with the stipulation that if Honor No More win, they will be signed to Impact Wrestling, and Eric Young will also take on Jay White. Nia Jax was a recent guest on Renee Paquette's podcast, and much of what she said is making headlines in the world of professional wrestling. Now, Nia Jax, who is cousins with The Rock, spoke about comments she's heard frequently throughout her career that she would never get released from WWE because of her family. Here is what Nia Jax had to say. It was like, oh, she's not going to lose her job because she's related to The Rock. You've got everybody under the sun ripping me to shreds with all that. It's funny because it's so far from the truth. So far from the truth. Vince didn't have an issue. He knew, happens. We're going to make the best of it. Whatever family members they thought supported me were opposite. Did not have my back. She continued, trust me, I did not have any support with me in this business for a long time. It sucks because you're family and it is what it is. I didn't mind it too much because I thought I was creating something on my own. I always pay homage to the family. We have an insane and incredible lineage. The legacy will live on forever. Charlotte, Tamina, Natty, we all want to put our own footprint on it. It's fine if you don't want to have my back or support me. I want to do this on my own. I wanted to be like everybody else when I first got signed. I didn't tell anybody who I was related to. Somebody had heard that one of the cousins was there. It was actually Becky who found out. She was like, it's you, isn't it? When I got into the car accident with my aunt, Rock's mom, that's when he kind of let it be known that it was me. So interesting comments from Nia Jax. Tony Khan was recently a guest on Busted Open Radio, and one of the issues he addressed was the company's recent signing of Danhausen. Tony Khan's comments are up on your screen now. He said, he's really a lot of fun, speaking of Danhausen. And now speaking of Orange Cassidy, I think Danhausen is going to be closely associated with Orange Cassidy, perhaps. We will see. But having them together in Wheeler Yuta's corner and having seen Danhausen help Orange Cassidy in that great Lights Out match at Beach Break a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite, I definitely think the fans enjoy Danhausen, and I am happy to give them what they want. I love listening to the fans. Tony Khan continued to talk about how he will listen to the fans in terms of what free agents he signs and who walks through the forbidden door. Khan said, I really love listening to the wrestling fans. I love wrestling myself, and I am a fan. I believe that the fans give us the direction. It is up to us to give great shows that the people want to see. I don't want it to be handed down on high for me anytime we can sign somebody that's going to make the fans excited. That is going to come in here and give the fans big matches that they're excited to watch, and somebody that can bring new fans to AEW. It's a great opportunity for us. So I will continue to explore the free agent market, and the forbidden door will be opening again soon. And of course, Tony Khan has already mentioned that a new signing to AEW will debut this Wednesday on Dynamite in a match against Isaiah Cassidy in a Face of the Revolution qualifier. And before we tap out for this video, there are 2 wrestling shows airing on television tonight. The first will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's AEW Dark Elevation number 49, and this was taped last Wednesday from Chicago's Wintrust Arena. Here are the matches scheduled for the show. Bobby Fish is going to take on Robert Anthony. Scorpio Sky is going to take on Stephen Wolf. Ari Alexander will take on Julie Hart. Aaron Solo will take on Dante Martin. In trios action, Diamante, Emi Sakura, and The Bunny will take on Heather Reckless, Queen Amanada, and Sky Blue. In 8-man tag team action, Lee Moriarty and Matt Sydal will team with the Nightmare Family's Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson. They'll go up against the Acclaimed and the Gun Club, Austin and Colt Gunn. And then, in what I'm assuming is the main event, the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, will take on Chaos Project, Luther, and Serpentico. WWE Raw tonight will emanate from the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. Here is what is being advertised for the show. In the only match announced for tonight, Riddle will take on Seth Rollins. Both of them will be in the Elimination Chamber match in Saudi Arabia on February 19th. Lita is going to return for Raw. She will likely have something to say to her Elimination Chamber opponent, Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. And then RK Bro and Alpha Academy are set for a Quiz Bowl showdown. And now Randy Orton was not on Raw last week. We'll see if he'll be there tonight in Denver. And that'll do it for this video, everyone. Thanks very much for your support. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the like button, and share this video with anyone who you feel would appreciate it. I'm Gentleman Ian for Spoiler Free Wrestling.